Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. I hope you're doing amazingly. Thank you so much for coming back for part 2 of this planner setup. I hope you enjoy it. Okay, so as I said before, I love the floral look of this, and it's most, even though it's a new company, it's most like patterns that I've used in the past. So I'm really gravitating toward this one. I think maybe for the October theme. And possibly November. Now let's look at the harder ones because I really do want to stretch myself. This one, the and again I'll say like it's very heavily like junk journal inspired, which is not. I love the look. I'm not experienced with this type of with working with this type of media, so. So I'm inclined to try these. This would be great for October as well, I think. The muted colors do remind me of fall, and I think that there's a good variety here. So, all right, so let's pull some of these out for October. I'm just going to move these aside a little bit, give October a little bit more of a center stage, and let's look at some papers. For my planner, I usually use 4 dashboards, and that's because I have 4 notebooks. I have a weekly, it's a weekly daily combined. Then I have my reading journal, I have my project planner, and then I have my year at a glance. So I'm just going to pull out 4. This kind of reminds me of summer, even though it's the muted colors. Like these fruits remind me of like a harvest time. But this color looks great because we've got, looks like there's either like a watermark or very light pattern design around the perimeter. So this would be a great showcase for maybe some die cuts or some other embellishing. And maybe the leaves, I could do something with the leaves on that background. And have some type of design. I don't want to overthink it too much because really the only thing that I do at this point when assembling these is I pick out a paper, I cut it down to B6 size, and that's it. And when I unbox it, I will do the work of decorating the dashboards. So these are interesting in that so they're you can cut them down to 6 by 6 and maybe use them to embellish your paper. So if I pick this one, I could possibly use say this one. Maybe do some tearing that matches my look, and possibly this one that also matches what I have. So there's 1 dashboard, 1 extras from here. Here's another paper with the same concept where you have the 4 6 by 6s, and this one, it has looks like labels that you can cut out. This looks like more memory keeping, so I'm not really interested in using those. But these might be interesting. Maybe the hourglass. Don't like people think about mortality and stuff in the fall because like kind of the earth is going to sleep. So these two may work well. So I'll pull out this one, and then on the other side we've got again like this color, which is different from this. So two good squares I can use. So I'll cut this down. So that's more extras. I need three solid dashboards. So let's continue. Again, this one has some quotes. This one I really like. I love that warm, it's like a warm caramel colored background. So I'm definitely gonna use that one. This is looks more purple to me, so no, but this one I like. That's like this fall floral look. So how many do I have? I have 1, 2, I have 3, so I just need one more. So I have to look at this one already. And I think we're gonna get into repeats now. So there is so we've got a yellow and this stripes. That could be fun. We also have some music paper and a miniature of that floral print that I liked. So you know, I'm gonna cut these down as well. And then I've got this yellow. I like that. I'm gonna. So I think that's the 4th dashboard. I'm going to just quickly go through and see if there's any others that may make the cut. This is really pretty. Is it too busy? I think so. I don't know, but that's a maybe. We've got another warm brown. Okay, I'm gonna hold this aside as well. All right, I'm liking this paper pad. I had a little trepidation at the beginning, but I'm really feeling these prints now. So hopefully we can come up with something really beautiful. This also really nice. I think it's because there are a lot of warm colors. I really like warm colors. I really love yellows, and there's a lot of yellows here. Okay, then we have this, and we have this. I pulled a lot aside, it seems. So let me put these. We're gonna have to put some back now. So I had this brown. I think maybe I'll go with colors. This one, these are very similar, except this one has the floral edge, which is more of an interesting feature to me, so I'm more inclined to go with that. Oh, and the other side is really pretty as well. Okay, so that's one. That's definitely a keeper. This one, okay, so this one, no, because it's too similar to that one. Next, we've got brown, and I like the contrast here. Usually what I do is I do like a muted tone. I do like a very busy something, and then I do another muted tone, and then something very busy. So these could be good bookends for that. And then the other side is also very pretty. It doesn't match, but it would be interesting to look at on the back side of the dashboard. So those are two, you know, high possibilities. Now I've got a couple of these cut aparts. And with the cut aparts, maybe I'll just cut them all apart and then just figure out what I'm going to do with them later. So those are the cut aparts, so those don't count. I have 2 that I have selected. I have 6 left to make the cut. I've got this one. I think it's too similar to this in color. The purple doesn't work at all, so that is going back. Next I have this one. I was concerned that this was too busy. Then I have green on the back. But the busy one, if it's kind of bookended between, I think this is too similar to this. It might be nice to open it to see this. So that's a very real possibility. Next I have this yellow with these fruits again on the side. And it has this very delicate print. Having the side option just makes it a much more attractive dashboard to me. Like, and it means like that when I set it up, there's a little bit less embellishing that I have to do, because the side pattern will really carry the design. So that's why I'm gravitating towards those more. This, remember I had that cut apart with that same print, so I can still get this print but just in a smaller version, so I'm going to put that back. I had this brown one, I think it's too similar to this in color. I have a couple of cut aparts, and I think I'll cut them apart. We have time again. We have got the hourglass, the clock, again, like I was thinking about like mortality with fall. Not like that mortality is this type of setup, but that's just like where my mind is going. This is too plum for this setup, so that's going back. I kind of wonder why I pulled this one out in the first place. And then I'm just left with the cut aparts. So do I have, I do. I have four dashboards now. I'm gonna cut them down to a B6 size, and I'm going to cut these apart. Let me cut these apart first. I'm just gonna grab my paper cutter. Just checking to see if there was a design on the other side, and it looks like there is. Is there like a very faint border? So I may keep that. I tend to throw those ends away. I confessed it to a friend of mine. She was like, "What? Like you have to use all of your scraps?" And so I am a little bit better about. I do still throw away a lot of scraps. But if there is something that I think I will use, I will keep it like that strip right there. So now that this is cut apart, what goes with the fall setup? This kind of, does this match the that paper that I picked? I had four papers. I had that very busy floral. This one is an exact copy of this paper, so I'm not going to take that. I think that it's a little too plummy. And this, it's a little too dark. A little too plummy. This is green. This one, I think this one could work. I will just fold this one. That might be a nice background for that. So, so far one cut apart has made the cut. Let's continue. We'll do the next one. Alright, so that's a beautiful border design. Who knows? Maybe these border designs may go into the that planner subscription as well. So already off the top, I know that I'm keeping this this square. So I'm going to put that there. I'm not going to keep this one. Then I don't think I'm keeping any of these. Okay, I'm not even going to have to cut them apart. Those will stay together. All right. What's next? I've got this one. I know off the top, I'm going to take this one, this yellow square in the bottom left corner. So I'm keeping this for sure. Of these, I'm already using this busy pattern. I'm not going to be using these or these. I'm going to keep this together. But as I said, there were a couple of elements from that I wanted to use, like maybe the hourglass and the clock. And I'll have to reevaluate again if I have too many hourglasses or clocks. It's you know when your brain registers something and then you feel like you're just seeing it over and over again, like oh hey, I really like the brand new Nissan Murano, and then all of a sudden everybody has a Nissan Murano to you. It's just like it's a different level of awareness. Like I feel like my level of awareness of these clocks and these hourglasses has skyrocketed since I made that comment, and now I'm wondering if I'm using too many. So there are those two. I will reserve these. And then we have two more cut aparts with these squares. And I think I like that one and the yellow one. And I like the music paper. So we'll cut all of them. Now that I've handled these papers a little bit more this afternoon, I am getting other ideas for things I may like to make with these. So that's good. Like I feel like I've gotten to know these papers. I'm a little bit more, I don't know, familiar with them. Maybe more comfortable with them. I'm seeing the applications. So whereas I had a little bit of anxiety over trying like a new genre of scrapbook paper, I think I'm ready to do more with them. I think that this also looks great. And then here's the last one of the 6x6. So these I'm not going to use. I really like this print though. It looks like graph paper with an overlay of flowers. And I think I just want this brown piece. It's like a mustardy brown color. Okay. So that's that. We are going to cut these down now to the B6 size. I do that, I just want to put the rest of those papers away. And get them into storage. I like to clean up as I go, or I strive to, because I know that if I don't do a little bit of organizing as I go, I will make a mess. And then what's worse than cleaning a mess? Nothing. And especially a mess that you were responsible for. So I have these pieces. This is kind of how I organize my my scrapbook paper in these boxes, and I have a couple of boxes, and I keep them kind of separated by by type and by print, and that really works for me with this smaller space that I have. Now now I'm going to cut these down. And usually what I do when I cut them down is I'll cut them down, I'll round the corners. I think I'll fold them as well. And then I will put them in the bag with the pieces that I cut off, because I kind of use those extra pieces to decorate the dashboard. I may not have to use that because I use like so many cut aparts, but I do like having like that extra material in the in that planner bag. And with those pieces, I might make bookmarks. I might make pockets. I could make an additional folder. So, and having all those matching elements in there really helps me out a lot. So I'm going to start with cutting off, just this end piece first. And I think I'll put the end pieces in there too. With these end pieces, what I most like to do with them is make flags out of them. So like banners, I'll cut like a tail out of one side. And I like having a layered flag at the top of each of my dashboards. That's definitely one of my favorite types of embellishments. So now that these are cut down, I need to pull out the measurements of a B6 size. So let me grab that and I'll be right back. Alright, so I've got the measurements. So the measurements are 10 inches long and 7 inches high. So, always make sure to measure twice and cut once. So, so I want this part to be on the long side. So that when I fold it, it will be like that. Okay, so this part has to be the 10 inches long. So there's the first cut, and then then the second cut, I should be cutting on a flat surface, right? Okay, it's semi-flat. So the second, so that's the first cut, so it's going to be like that. And the second cut, it's going to be 7 inches high. So if the planner is opening this way, it's going to be, this has to be 7 inches. Alright, so there is the second cut. So there's my dashboard. And we will do that with all of the rest of the papers. So again, this one, I want this part to be up and down. So I'm going to cut this part at 10 inches first. And then the second cut is at 7 inches. Got the next one. This one doesn't really have a directional pattern, so I don't have to be as careful about cutting it. I'm gonna just cut it in 7 and 10. So I'm gonna do the 10-inch side first again. And then the 7 inches, one on this side. And the last one, so this is the 10 inches long. And then we've got the 7 inches. So this one is a little bit more full. So I think I want this part to be on the part of the dashboard. So I'm looking out for that. So that's going to be where my 7 inches is. So we've got those pieces. So there's my dashboards. What I also like to do is round the corners. So I'm going to get my corner rounder, and my future self will thank me because it's one less step to do, and I like to round it on the 1/4 inch side. One other thing I like to do is cut a little divot in the middle so that when I put these dashboards in the bands of the planner, the bands aren't pulling against the paper. So to do that, I will just fold it. I'm going to keep it even. So I'll just fold each of these in half. And I'm not going to score it. I don't want it to be too tight. But after I fold it, I will punch this corner here, and it just gives you a nice little indentation here, so the strings will go there, and there's a little bit less stress on the strings, and there's less stress on the paper. I've got these cut aparts. I have some additional elements. So I'm going to put the cut aparts with the dashboards. I have the additional elements. I did have this paper clip. So I just want to open this this bag and see if I can fit any of the other embellishments in the bag. Oh, it's a nice big bag too, to keep everything together. I'm also going to take a look at this. So this charm, it is not pink. It's more, it's like a peachy beige, maybe a little pink, but I think I was worried that it wasn't going to match, but I think that it will. So the rest of these items, I'm just going to put them in the bag with that paper clip. Just keep everything together. And there we have it. There is the, oh, I forgot the space one. So there's the first complete planner subscription packet. Oh, I forgot these, oh my goodness. I think that the pumpkin spice might not work anymore, but you know, I'm gonna leave it in there. I do love it. Okay. So those are that's part of the planner subscription. I did forget two things. I forgot about the pen. I always, for my past planner subscriptions, I have been including a pen. It has likely been like a pen gem pen, the pen with the gem on top. Even though for the first couple of months I just had that pen gem pen as a decorative item on the planner and I wasn't using it, I was using some other pens. I think that maybe what I want to do this time around is pick out in advance a couple of pens to use per planner. So say for this, it would be like browns, like maybe I want to get a couple of brown pens, a few brown highlighters, like 4 or 5 pens and put them in here. So that's for pens, and then maybe a show at the end, like the pens that I chose. I realize this video is getting quite long. I don't want to take advantage of your time. The other thing that I usually include are bookmarks slash dashboards. And it's another decor item, but if it's a dashboard, it serves a functional part of planning, and that is for you to lean on it when you're writing, especially if you're writing on thinner papers. So this is my bag O bookmarks. I have made most of them, and I will go through quickly and see if there's, oh, I see this one already. All right, there you go. That is definitely October. That's coming in. And maybe just one more dashboard, like a small, these are bigger, these are standard size. So I want to see if I can find like another small dashboard or a small bookmark to include. I have this one, Crafty Like a Fox, but this one might be more for my November setup, because I did have a fox in there, so I'm going to put that for November. So that is for October. Do I have anything else? I have this bookmark in a smaller version, and I think I'm gonna use that. I think that I also have have this one. This is also a favorite. Yeah, let's kind of stick with those. I'll say that's it for October. I will pick some pens. This part, I think, with picking out the paper took me a long time because I was waffling a lot. What I want to do is go through the next 3 planners, pick out the papers, but I'll speed up the process, and maybe I'll make a couple of comments, and then we'll come all the way at the end and I'll show you what I have. See you soon. Okay, so I'm back, so I can show you what I did. I have the 4 planners assembled, and the last thing that I wanted to do was add Post-its to them. I usually use 2 to 3 Post-it pads each month. And here is how I store them. This is a metal box that I think either a perfume came in, and my Post-its fit really nicely in them, and then they just go in a drawer. So this is November, and I've picked out 5 pens for these. Again, I was trying to go with pens that I hadn't used for a while, so this is a dot marker. This is a Papermate Inkjoy in orange. This is a milk liner. This is one of my favorite highlighters, but I haven't used it a lot the past couple of months. I've been trying to rotate my highlighters. Then this is by Snow White. It's a brown fine point pen. And last I have another Papermate in black. So those are the pens that I've chosen. I'm just going to stick them in this pocket. Then I've got these dashboards. This is a floral, 2 small print florals and some dots, and I think they go really well with the theme. It's like a late fall theme for November. We remember the ephemera pieces that I was picking. Last, I just want to add some Post-its. I did have 1 Post-it already in there. I think I'll add this one. This is some orange dots, and that echoes it's kind of like a transposition of these dots, the white dots on the light orange paper. So that's it for November. I'm going to put this inside the vintage print impression case, and then I will store it in my I have a box where I keep all of the planner subscriptions for later months, and then I just go and take my planner out of the box. Usually, I'll just kind of fold these a little bit and put them in the bottom. Usually when I get to the planner, this is November, so say this is about 4 months out. Once I get to the planner in November, I may remember like some of the things, like I might remember the color that I chose, maybe the theme, but it has always been a really pleasant surprise opening it up. And it's just because it's out of sight and it's out of mind, and then you take it out. It is really like a package. If you see in my videos and my reaction, you probably know that already. So here is October. You saw me pick out the bookmarks. I've got a pocket. Sometimes I put additional pockets on the inside of the dashboards. So there's a pocket. Here was the ephemera that we picked out. And then I've got some pens. Pens are, this is a very fine tipped ballpoint. It's a really cheap pen, but I like it so much. Like, the tip is so fine, and a lot of ink comes in the barrel. They last a long time. I find myself reaching for this a lot more than like other higher end pens. So I decided to bring it into my planner, like, just because it's my planner doesn't mean that I need to like use the higher end pens all the time. So I'm trying to have some diversity there. Then this is, it's a Tech, and I've used this a lot. I'm seeing that maybe there's like a quarter barrel of ink left, but it's like a very nice caramel color. So then I've got the brown dot marker, medium brown highlighter, and then a darker brown fine tipped ballpoint. These were the papers that you saw me do. I really like the way they came out. I think it was having them this way. So we've got this one, this one, this one, and this one, and it's that vintage fall, early fall theme. I'm really excited to use that. And this is actually the first time I'll be using this planner, even though I got it a while ago, and it's the first time I'm using a Snap Traveler's notebook, so that will be new. I don't believe that Kane makes them anymore. They're, I think the snaps are on the ring bounds, or there's, and the Traveler's notebook have a band. So, so there's the second one going in the drawer. Just gonna put these aside. I didn't put Post-its in here. So I have these. This is like a very light brown by Villa Beautiful, and then I'm gonna use this pad with the wood print and the florals. Okay, so there's that. Now, this one, I was really looking forward to putting this one together. This was the that very hot pink and black kind of 80s, 90s vibe I was trying to do. Now, the pens that I picked were, these are also very cheap pens, like they're from my local discount store. The brand is Pro Marks. It is a medium point, so 1 millimeter ball, and again, these write really, really nicely, glide across the paper. So I look forward to using them. And this is a dot marker, and then again, I couldn't wrap my head around the B paper, so I raided my stash and came up with these dashboards. This matched that those fun die cuts that we found earlier, so I thought that was totally appropriate. Then I found this. This reminded me of you know, when you autograph notebooks. This also, like, just very fun theme, and then we've got some hot pink fringe there. For Post-its, I'll go with maybe this one. I think I have another, like another hot pink Post-it that I can use. Yes. Okay, so I'm gonna go with this one. It says "Don't forget." Do I also want the note to self? Maybe. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna go with those two Post-its. And this one is gonna go inside that pouch. pull the extras out. I'm going to put the planner in first. I wonder if the pouch is not going to fit this this paper. Oh, here we go. It's a snug fit, but it will fit. And then I'll put this diagonally, maybe kind of wrap it a little bit so that it can fit. All right, so there's that. I really like the pouch. Maybe I could get more of them so that I have like a uniform pouch system for next year. Lastly is the blue. This was going to be for September. I was trying to go with the collegiate theme. Again, I couldn't figure out what to do with the paper, so I chose this paper from my stash. And I thought they kind of have a school feel to them, mainly this one because it's like ledger paper, but there's these beautiful blue florals on top. Then there is this, it's like a book page that's underlined, and I plan to put more elements on here, so this would make a very nice backdrop. Then I have another piece of ledger paper, and I really like the inside, so that will be nice to go into, and again would make a very nice backdrop for some die cuts. And lastly, some plaid. I always associate plaid with going back to school, and so those are the dashboards for these. And these are the ephemera that we chose. Then for pens, I really went old school here with the Bic crystal stick, but these are in white, and I thought those were very fun. Then I have a milk liner in blue, and then I have a blue dot marker. So those are the pens for this this planner. Now we can pick out some Post-its. I think a globe is great for back to school, and then maybe a larger notepad that is also blue. This one is a nice one. It says it's a good day to have a good day. So I agree with that sentiment. And then I feel like maybe we could have a bookmark here. I don't remember if I put bookmarks in the other ones. But this is how it goes sometimes. You'll be assembling your items and think, hey, did I put this or that? Or maybe you'll be cleaning up your craft space and find something that would have been amazing to put in your DIY subscription kit. And the beauty of it is that you can just go and put it in there. I mean, you have access to all of your subscriptions at one time. There's no like cancellation fee. You can switch things around well in advance if you needed to. It's really what you make of it. You could add stickers to this. I did think about adding stickers, but I didn't want this video to be too long, because I realized there was a lot going on here. So if you're still here, I appreciate you sticking around. This was very chatty. The one thing I did forget to do that I do want to do before I pack these up is put in my monthly planner. Now my monthly planner changes. I just plan 1 month at a time, and every time I unbox the subscription, I put in a new monthly planner. I had access to like really beautiful artwork, and I decided that I wanted to create monthly planners that were a little bit looser structured for the next couple of months, as I'm like rounding out the end of the year and planning for what my system will look like for next year. And and it's summer, so my schedule is changing, and I wanted to be able to experiment more. I say all that to say that I created some new planners, and I wanted to put new planners in with the planner subscription so that I felt like I was getting a new planner as well. Usually my project flow is that I make the planner like a day or two before it's time for me to unbox my new planner subscription or set up my monthly planner, and I'll make some tweaks and things like that, and then I'll print it out at home. The difference here is that I made a lot of planners like with different covers but like similar insides, and I published them on Amazon. So the beauty of it is that I could order my own planner for myself, and have it and use it when it's time. So the ones that I have four. This one is really beautiful. It's my favorite, and this will be for July. So I'm gonna put this aside. My July planner is like it's a turquoise blue color, maybe like similar to this, and I thought that this was a beautiful theme for July, which is the start to the summer, and it's a jellyfish underwater life theme, and I will be spending lots of time at the beach. This planner, it's for 1 month, so I have like 6 weeks in here just in case there's like overage, and then I have about 40 days again just in case there's overage. So I'm going to put this aside, and when you see me unbox my July planner, you'll see me put this planner in, and it's a B6, and it fits inside the traveler's notebook cover. Next, so I've got 3 left, and I was thinking that this one would be for August, because this scene reminds me of like those summer nights, you know, when the nights start getting longer. Usually around the second week of August, you feel like that chill in the air, like maybe a little extra briskness, and the nights are a little cooler than they used to be, and the sun comes or so the sun sets a little earlier than it used to, and this is what it reminds me of. Like, this is a city scene with the sun setting, and I can imagine that it's a summer, but it's like an end of the summer feeling. So that is going into my August bag. And then I've got this one. This says every day is a fresh start, and it's not like very freeform and blank like the August planner was. This is more focused. It's like a daily focus planner, and my thought process is that we're going to be back to school, and again, new routine. So I really want to be able to focus and work on my daily activities. So it's 1 month, it's about 40 days in case of overage, and then I have again 6 weeks in here, and at the end of each week, what I've always included in my planners before was I have my weekly overview with objectives, my week at a glance, and then I would have a weekly review and weekly reflection. So I've included that here. It's a little bit abridged because I found that some weeks I wasn't writing as much, and I thought that would be useful for me, and of course if I need to tweak I can, and then I have like, you know, years at a glance as well. So I have several like cover options for this, and I will be, you know, ordering a planner whenever I need to do my planner subscription again. So this will be for September, so I'm going to put that in there for this for this bag. I think again I need to pull the bigger piece of papers out because this is a little bit more of a snug fit than the other one. And then I had one planner left, and it was this one, and I thought that this reminded me of like an early fall day where the leaves just start changing, they just start falling off, there's like leaves blowing. Again, a really beautiful like anime inspired city theme, and this is the more of the free form planner again, with some additional like pages for notes in the back. And the way that I did it, it's just like graph paper, and I could rate my mood and like what the weather was like, because I enjoyed doing that. And then like a simple month, and then a week at a glance. So I'm going to experiment with, I'll be doing a lot of experimentation with planning and my planner process and everything over the next couple of months. And I love that planning 1 month at a time affords me the opportunity to be flexible, and whenever something doesn't work I can change it right away. And I didn't invest too much in a planner subscription beforehand. Not planner subscription, invest too much in a planner, like a yearly planner. And with creating my own planner subscription, I'm not investing too much in a subscription where there's always a chance that you get things that you don't like or that you don't use. So thank you for sticking around till the end. If you enjoyed this video, please let me know. If you'd like to see more content like this, I'm excited about planning for July. I'll be doing that unboxing probably in a little bit over a week, and I can't wait to use this new planner and kind of changing things up for summer. Thank you again, and have a wonderful rest of the day wherever you are, and I will speak to you soon. Bye.